I believe, God, that God is blessing you and blessing your home and blessing your marriage. Today we are going to be looking at an issue called how to give and receive forgiveness in marriage. Forgiveness is very, very important. Tolerance and forgiveness, very important in marriage. Any marriage that is bereft of tolerance and forgiveness is a marriage that is doomed, because as long as there is human relationship, there will always be times of hurt, times of betrayal, times of all manner of discomforts. It is only forgiveness that can put a marriage on the platform of success. So today, as we look at this, I want you to pay ultimate attention. Call your spouse wherever he or she may be, so that jointly you will benefit from this very particular session. And by the grace of God, there is a red button by my side here. It is the subscribe button. Just click on it and get subscribed to this channel. And of course, you may also need to download this particular edition and even share it with some of your friends. I believe God, it will minister to us. How to receive, how to give and receive forgiveness in marriage. First of all, what is forgiveness? Forgiveness simply means letting go of all the resentment, all the anger, and taking absorbing the pains by ourselves and letting our partner or our offender go free. When you are offended, there is the tendency for you to feel hurt. There is a tendency for you to feel angry and resentment. There is a tendency for you to feel pain. But then when you decide to absorb the pain, to pay the price of such a pain while letting the offender go free, that is what we call forgiveness. It's of course vicarious in nature, it's substitutional. It's like letting the one who is supposed to bear the pain to go free and then allowing yourself to bear the pain. That is what forgiveness truly means. If, for instance, my partner have defamed me or has said some ugly things concerning me or have even abused me in the public, and I decide to forgive him or her, it simply means I will not carry out a revenge in the future. It means I will put all the resentment, I will bury all the hurts inside of me, and I will decide to, take the hurt. That is what forgiveness means. Forgiveness does not, it gives us a lot of leverage when we are in a relationship. These three words, I am sorry, is very, very important if you are in a marriage. Forgiveness is central, is very central to a relationship. And that is what we are looking at this day. Now, forgiveness can heal a wound. Forgiveness is something that will give back life to any marriage that is on the verge of collapse. Forgiveness gives back its life. Forgiveness is also like meeting the commandments of God, because when you fail to forgive, you don't have access to the mercies and the forgiveness of God. You don't have that access. You cannot bear another person's, bear grudge against one another and still expect God to forgive you. God is the forgiver of sins. But then, if you cannot forgive the sin of another, certainly you have no reason to even try to access the forgiveness of God. So forgiveness is very important. For us, it's important for our partners, it's important for anyone that comes around us in any manner of relationship. Forgiveness is central. But then, having said all this, how can a partner give forgiveness? For instance, you have been offended. Before we go into that, there's something I want to clear up. Sometimes people think that when you are asking for forgiveness, then you must be in the wrong. No, you can ask forgiveness even when you are in the right, especially when you desire peace, when you consider that peace and harmony is more important than any issue that is in your relationship. Sometimes an issue can crumble up. You may even be the one that has a better viewpoint, a better opinion. You may even be the one that has a better leverage, but somehow your spouse may not see it your way, either because of poor communication of your viewpoint or whatever, or your spouse may not even see what you are seeing, and then he or she gets offended. You can ask for forgiveness for the interest of peace. You can ask for forgiveness for the interest of restoration of marital joy and harmony. You can ask for forgiveness if you are the stronger party. Sometimes people think that forgiveness is for people who are weak in the relationship. No. It is actually the stronger party in a relationship that asks or that seeks for forgiveness, because that is the one who considers the harmony, the peace, the joy of the relationship better than any other issue that the couple are dragging. So that is the thing. It is actually the stronger party that asks for forgiveness. Now, you desire to forgive one another. You desire to forgive your spouse for that problem, for that challenge, for that ugly situation, for that hurt, for that betrayal. How do you go about it? How do you go about it? The first method of giving forgiveness is to do it privately. Do it privately. What do I mean by that? First of all, before you confront your partner, take that issue to God. Open up before him. Because even the partner you are trying to forgive or you are trying to confess or whatever, that person is a property of God. That's why you must take it to God first. Talk to God about that matter. Tell him, Father, truly in my heart, I have forgiven my spouse. I have forgiven my partner for that and that and that which he or she did. I have forgiven him. And I am also asking you, O Lord, to give me the courage, to give me the discipline, to give me the right choice of words to use, to give me all it takes, because forgiveness is the grace of God. Lord, give me the grace to actually truly forgive down to the bottom of my heart. So you present the matter before God first, and then make sure that privately in your prayer cocoon, in your prayer conversation with God, that you have truly forgiven. That is the very first way of giving forgiveness. Then the second way of giving forgiveness is now to do it specifically. What do I mean by this? It means coming out exactly with the matter in place. What is the issue in question? What are you seeking forgiveness for? What are you giving forgiveness for? Are you giving forgiveness because your partner had betrayed you? Or because she or he has cheated on you? Or because maybe there's a misappropriation of life savings? Possibly your husband or your wife might have gambled your life savings on betting or whatever. Maybe that is what the object of hurt is. You must pronounce it clearly, because the moment you pronounce it clearly, the healing process starts. Do it specifically. What are you granting forgiveness for? What is it about? What is the issue in question? Oh, darling, I am sorry for what I did. Slapping you in public or abusing you in public is totally out of order, and I am truly sorry. I am sorry. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. Do it specifically. Come out plainly. Say what the matter is. The moment you say it, the healing process starts. That is the second way of giving forgiveness. What is the third way of giving forgiveness? The third way is to do it generously. Be very clear about it. Pronounce that thing. Then do it generously. I am sorry. I was wrong. This matter should not have been treated the way I treated it. I am in the wrong. Admit you're wrong if you're wrong. If you're not wrong, still admit the fact that you communicated your viewpoints wrongly. Admit the fact that you did what you ought not to do. Admit the fact that you misinterpreted his or her intentions. Admit that fact. There must be an admission of wrongdoing as you are giving forgiveness. Admit that you are wrong. Do it generously. Darling, I am sorry. I am truly sorry. I misunderstood you entirely. I should have listened better. What I did was out of place. It shouldn't have been so. Please, I am sorry. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. Forgive me. I pray that I don't find myself doing such a thing again. And please help me to arrest my anger in such situations. I am truly sorry. Please forgive me. That is a generous way of course, giving forgiveness. The next way of giving forgiveness is to do it graciously. What do I mean by that? Your attitude in time of giving forgiveness is very important. Your mannerisms. I have seen couples, especially ladies or women in marriage, when they want to ask or give forgiveness to their spouse, they can even kneel down, to show that this is the Lord. This is your Lord in the house. He's the Lord of your home. I am sorry, darling. I'm sorry, my dear husband. Please find it in your heart to forgive. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please pray for me. I am truly sorry. I desire to be a quality wife. I desire to be a wife you'll be proud of. But I think what I did is out of place. Please forgive me. Or it can even be the man Please always ask for forgiveness. Give forgiveness. When you give forgiveness, you open up the way for joy to come into your marriage. You open up the way for joy to become part and parcel of your home. I have seen men who fail to forgive one another, who fail to forgive their spouses, and their marriage has degenerated. It has become, it has become uglier and uglier until they separated and divorced. I have seen such things. I have seen homes terribly damaged because the man or the woman could not say, please forgive me, I am wrong. Please find it in your heart to give forgiveness. And before I continue, I will like a situation whereby you check that red button by my side and click, and of course, get subscribed to this very particular video. It will make a lot of difference in your marriage. And now, what is the next area? The next area is receiving forgiveness. One thing is to give forgiveness. The next is to receive it. One thing you must do if your partner have come unto you and is asking for forgiveness or is giving forgiveness, I plead with you, dear husband, I plead with you, dear wife, please extend your hands and graciously receive that forgiveness. It's very, very important, because when you fail to do so, a lot of damage can be done. How do you graciously receive forgiveness? Is to first of all walk into the warm embrace of your spouse. Tell him or her, if she's kneeling, and pick her up from the ground. If she's standing up, hold her. Tell her that whatever happened could have happened to anybody, because there is no perfect individual upon the face of the earth. We are not perfect. Perfection is what we are trying to attain on a daily basis. But as long as we are not perfect, there is the capacity for any of us to indulge in whatever has happened. Please, I forgive you. I not only forgive you, I also want us to jointly pray that such situations don't arise again. You begin to minister to one another. Let her know that even though she has fallen, that the fault will be yours next time. But as long as you are involved in a union, certainly there will be occasions for such hurts. There will be occasions for such betrayals. There will be occasions for such frustrations. But please, that both of you should walk in harmony and look forward to the future, because the future is more important than the past. It's even more important than the present. That you will live, that you will benefit by whatever has happened. It will become a positive reference in your mind. Let me tell you one thing. The moment you give forgiveness and the moment it is received, the devil's back is broken. Satan is totally disemboweled. The moment you grant forgiveness and it is received, that particular moment, all the deceptive strategies of the devil are put asunder. They are destroyed. And if you don't give forgiveness or receive it, you have opened an arms for the son of perdition to walk into your marriage and destroy the fabric of what God has been building through you. I want you to take this matter very seriously. Please learn to give forgiveness and to receive it. That is the joy of marriage. Before I go, I would like to tell you one thing. Every marriage is a union of two great forgivers. I come once again. Every glorious marriage is a union of two great forgivers. Without forgiveness, no marriage will last. Without tolerance, no marriage will go the distance. I plead with you, please learn to give forgiveness and to receive it in the course of your marriage, so that God will come in and do one thing he knows how to do best, using you to propagate his kingdom upon the earth. I bless God for your lives. I bless God for your home. I bless God for your marriage. See you next week. But before I go, please remember this button by my side. Touch it, click on it. Get subscribed to this channel. It is a channel where we train couples to become better. It's a channel where we train couples on how to build their marriage according to God's standard. I believe God, you are blessed. God bless you.